So the advice I'd give to someone that would become a PAC peer researcher is to mainly build relationships with those that you're working with, the young people that you're working with. I would say that's key, and it would help get all the information you need quicker and easier, just because they feel comfortable talking to you and telling you what they're going through and what they experience and what they know about youth violence.
The advice I would give when becoming a PAC researcher is to be confident when putting ideas forward.
It gives you opportunity to work in communities, work with young and old and young, as well as giving them an opportunity to have a voice.
So the advice I'd give to someone who's looking to join as a peer researcher is for them to do their own research before they go into schools. That's so they get more knowledgeable about the topics that they're teaching.
The advice I'd give to a young person is to understand the young person's perspective and build a good connection with the young person.
Okay, so the things I've learned during PAC is just the relationships that young people have with the police, being a negative one, not knowing the impact it has on them, and the fact that they don't see any positive role models within the police community, and just the impact that social media has as a whole. That is a big influence in youth violence, just talking over the internet. So there needs to be something done about that. And the lack of opportunity that they have, there's not really much for them to do. So a lot of them are bored, they don't have anything to do. There's no youth clubs, they want more youth clubs. They want more opportunity to do creative things that they like to do and not just focus on education.
One of the key things I've learned during the PAC research this year is that a lot of kids do get bored very easily, and that's why they're getting into a lot of trouble. I feel like during that we found out that there's less opportunities in communities where they can go out and have a bit of fun and hang around with friends.
So one of the key things that I learned while I was doing PAC was that there wasn't many opportunities in the community for young people. So that meant that they were hanging around on the streets a lot with friends, and they didn't really have much to do.
Key things I've learned in PAC is that there's a lack of opportunities for the young people. There's no trust between the police and young people, and there's a negative connotation between them, and how social media influences young people's lives.
So the only thing I would change is maybe the approaches to engagement. So this would be looking at the way we deliver certain workshops or sessions. I would say maybe making youth violence the primary focus is not the best way. Maybe doing other things to warm them up to you, to talk to them in other ways. So maybe like through sport or through creative things. And that way you're giving them opportunity to do something they like, but also getting the information we need to.
If I could do the project again from the start, the things I would change is the approach to different people and different schools, as we found out that some schools wanted different approaches, and especially with different people, need to be dealt with in different ways.
So it's not changed the way I see things, it's just made me more aware of what's going on within the young community and young people all over Sheffield. So I know that youth violence now is a really big issue, whereas before I wouldn't have known it's such a big issue. So just from talking to them and them telling me what's going on, how they feel about it and their experience of it, I know that it's a big problem within Sheffield.
PAC has changed the way I think when it comes to delivering sessions and approaching other individuals. It has shown me different areas and how different people need to be approached.
PAC has changed the way I think about the communities. I've realised that a lot of young kids, especially around the ages of 10, 11, are getting into a lot of violence, getting into like knife crime, bringing in weapons into schools and all that kind of stuff. So it's really an eye-opening to realise these are happening in our cities, in our community.
So PAC has opened my eyes to see a lot of things that kids might go through and the struggles that they might have at a young age.
PAC's changed the way I think about things. It's made me understand young people's thoughts and opinions more, and has shown me the key issues happening in these communities.